Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, so we can start from Rstudio now. And after that, we will learn the theory and other parts. Okay?
Okay, sir.
The advantage of Rstudio is that it is user-friendly. Okay? And it is open access. Number one, open access, and number two is very user-friendly. Okay? And number three, you can compute any any time. What happened? Any problems of statistics by using Rstudio. Okay? It acts just like calculator. Just like calculator. So now I am showing you R. So if you have the Rstudio, please do open it. And Dr. Lolita, you can do the same thing in your mobile. Okay. So I'm requesting Rose, please you tell me that is the data set of the first individual.
Okay, sir.
What is the name?
1 second, sir.
Okay, you don't tell the name. Okay, you just tell me A, B, C, D, whatever might be. Okay.
Okay.
So initially is A.
Yeah.
So I'm writing A.
Okay.
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 A equal to scan. Then bracket. Okay. Now you tell me one by one the number.
1.
1. Next. 3.
Yeah. 3.
Okay.
4.
4.
5.
5.
6.
6.
2.
2.
7.
7.
12.
12.
Yeah.
Okay.
8.
8.
Yeah.
Okay.
11.
11.
10.
10.
9.
9.
14.
14.
13.
13. So what I have written, A equal to scan, then bracket. After that, I enter the number directly. So you can do this exercise in your laptop or in your Android phone. If you have any difficulty, please you tell me. Have you done it? Sudhir, have you done it? Is it working, Sudhir?
Sorry, I'm just trying that.
Okay, so now I am since there is no data, I again enter. Okay, so it is written 14 items. Why 14 items? Because set A includes 14 items. And what is the assumption? That is, there will be no paired rank. Okay, then what I can do? I can write down table in bracket A. So what I find? That is all the data came once. Okay, so that means there is no paired rank. Is it clear to all of you or any question? So first I am checking my data. Okay. So that is the number one individual. Now I am writing another variable. Instead of B, you can write down any name or whatever. There is no problem. B, then again scan, then bracket. Now tell me those, next one.
2.
First, 1 means 2, okay. Next.
12.
12.
3.
3.
10.
10.
7.
7.
4.
4.
1.
1.
14.
14.
8.
8.
6.
6.
9.
9.
13.
12 and 13.
5.
5.
11.
11.
Yeah.
Next. Oh, 4. Over. So when it will be over, then you will enter twice. So you will get, that is read 14 items. And again, we can check whether any pair rank is there or not. Okay, so there is no pair rank. Okay. So now this A or B, it is called the vector. So vector is nothing but the variable. The variable includes some elements. So when I write down A, so these are the elements within the vector A. And if I write B, then again, these are the elements within the vector B. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we are measuring the value, right? Therefore, I can write down value. Then I can put these two sets of data, A and B, in the same frame. So when it is called the same frame, we are telling it as data.frame. Then A, then comma B. Is it clear now? So now if I write value, hello.
दुनिया भी पहले जैसी है चिड़ियों का
Okay. So I'm writing its value. So this value is another vector. And this vector includes the two sets of data. One set is A, another set is B. Okay. So I can write down value. So this is clear now. 14 data are there and two individuals ranks are there. I think this is clear to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you have any question, you can ask me, because I am gradually moving.
Sir, I have a question.
So first,
Actually, it is about the
yes,
clarity only. So here, A stand for a participants' responses. Okay.
only
And
two participants response.
okay, okay, sir. Okay. So far
On
we
the
have
on the four values.
on the
Sorry, on the 14 values.
14 values. Okay, sir. Thank you.
14 values.
Yes.
Okay. Two individuals are there, A and B.
Yes, yes.
We have suppressed the name.
Yeah.
So just A and B.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now what is our purpose? Our purpose is to find out, that is there any relation between A and B? Okay. Then I can write down COR. Okay. Then bracket A, comma B. Okay. Then comma, then method. Then you can write down Spearman, because it is a Spearman rank order correlation, not the product moment. It is the Spearman rank order. Okay. Because we collected the rank data. We collected rank data means ordinal data. Okay. Now, if I want to test, that is to what extent the value preference of A is similar to the value preference of B, then we can calculate this thing. So what we find, that is 0.38. Okay.
So, I have a question here. I have got. Okay, how to go back, sir?
And this is not significant. Okay, now tell me, what happened?
Okay, so there is a problem. I have not written method properly. So it is occurring here one error. So how can I go back to correct this?
Go back means.
Uh,
So this is the way. There is one arrow.
no, sir. I have written here in this bracket A, B, and method. So I have written method wrong actually. D is missing. That is why some error has occurred.
Oh, acha. Okay. I understand. This is also very easy. You can do it here in this way. Okay. I am helping you. Very good question. So the vector, maybe the vector is A, and there is some mistake. Okay.
Yeah.
So I can write A equal to edit.
Okay.
Then bracket A. After that, so I will get all the numbers here. So if I want to modify, maybe the 13 will be the 14. Then close, then save. Now if I write A, so you will get the 14 twice. Okay. Is it clear now?
No, sir. Actually, what I wanted to ask, I suppose I have missed some spelling here, like in COR, as you have written upper COR in bracket A comma B comma method. So I have missed here D in method, and then I put enter. Then it is I'm seeing error, unexpected string constant. So I wanted to remove this one.
I cannot understand what are you telling. Anusri, can you guide me? What
Sir, I
Rekha is
can't
telling?
understand you. Please write in the chat section so that we can understand. Your voice is not so clear.
Okay, okay. I
Hmm.
can can I take a photo and share on the group?
Sir, I think I understand what ma'am is
Yeah,
mentioning
please,
here.
please, you guide me.
What she's saying is we've written that command, no, sir. A correlation COR within brackets A comma B comma method equals spearman within quotes.
Yes, so method is not complete.
In that command, ma'am has made a spelling mistake, so
Yes.
it's showing error.
Yes.
So
B
she's
method.
asking what to do next in order to edit that spelling mistake.
Because if it is something is missing here, definitely I'm not going to get the correct one.
Ma'am, I think you can just retype the command. I think you'll get the result then as well.
So you, this is the command I have written. You can check again. Okay. Please you write down this one, then automatically it will work.
Okay, sir. Okay. I'll try.
COR,
Yes.
then the vector, the name is A, another vector is B, and method equal to within double inverted comma spearman. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir. I'm trying. I'm trying.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. It is now okay. Yes, yes.
Okay,
I got it. Thank you. I got it.
Thank you, thank you. So now you have understood. Okay. So Rose, is there any other data? Can you tell?
Yes, sir.
C equal to scan
14.
first one 14.
Yeah, 14.
Oh God. Okay, then
12.
12.
Yeah. 11. 9.
9.
Yeah.
Next
8.
8. Next
10. 10.
10.
Yeah, 10.
Next
5.
5.
7.
7.
6.
6.
3.
3.
2.
2.
1.
1.
4.
4.
13.
30. Okay, so I can do another thing. Again, I can go to the, I can test. First, I have to test whether the data is okay or not. So what should I write?
Summary.
No, table. table is C. Okay. That means there is no pair rank. Okay. Somebody will provide the different information, but our target that there should not be any pair rank. Okay. So what will be our next target? Our target will be to create the data frame. Okay. So A, B, C is there. We can add. Is it clear to all of you? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so all the three data that will be within the value vector. So if I write down value, so I am getting three sets of data. Okay. Then I can write down code, then value. So I find that is the A and B, they are positively related, but the correlation is very low. But A and C, the correlation is totally negative. Okay. Maybe the data not properly given by the respondent. Okay. Now, Rose, in the morning, we have used the two sets of data, right?
Yes, sir.
So please you tell that data.
Okay.
So that the students can easily understand. Otherwise, they may think that is all the data are very poor data.
Okay.
We have to show the good data. So I'm writing D. Okay.
1,
1,
4,
4,
2,
2,
6,
6,
3,
3,
5,
5,
7,
7,
8,
8,
11,
11,
9,
9,
10,
10,
13,
13,
12,
12,
14.
14. And next one, E.
1,
1,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5,
5,
6,
6,
2,
2,
7,
7,
12,
12,
8,
8,
11,
11,
10,
10,
9,
9,
14.
14,
Yeah, 14,
14,
13.
13. Okay. So now again I will make it value equal to data dot frame, then bracket A, comma B, comma C, comma D, comma E. Okay. So 5 people are there. Now I can write down COR, then value, comma method equal to spearman. So is it clear now? So now you can find out the correlation matrix, okay, by the individual. So we find that is the D and E. These two people, their values are very much similar. So that is 0.84. Okay. Is it clear to all of you or any question?
Yes, sir. Clear.
So please
Hmm?
revise one, this correlation matrix.
Yeah, sure. Correlation matrix you will get, no problem. So now you will find the plot. Is it clear?
Sir, I have a question.
Sure.
Sir, please tell me how to read this matrix once, please.
Oh, this is simple. You see, this is the similarity matrix. So here the 1, 1, 1, 1 show A and E. So there is correlation is 1. Okay.
Yes, sir. Clear. Thank you.
Is it clear to all of you or any question?
Yes, sir.
So now you can find out the plot. If you write down something different thing. Box plot not applicable here because it is a rank data. Okay. So box plot is not applicable. We can calculate the median. So we can check the data. So that is the summary statistics. Okay. So again, you will find the median is same. Why? Because it is a rank data and there is no paired rank. So up to this, I think fine, right? Today, at least this correlation. Is there any question? If you have any question, you can tell me. Otherwise, we'll go to the theory part. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, Roman is saying no in the chat box.
Yes.
What happened?
Roman is saying no
Where?
in the chat box.
So please you ask Roman. No, Roman is written, I connected now. So he has the problem in connection.
Hmm.
Yeah, he has also written yes. So actually, his problem is connection. So Mithu, is it clear on
Yes,
any
sir.
question?
Yes, sir. No, no, no. I understood.
Very good.
Thank you, sir.
Please you practice it at your home. You can
Yes, sir.
practice. You can use this value questionnaire for the psychological counseling. Maybe there is some conflict between the two friends, okay, or between husband and wife, or something. So then you can easily identify where the difference is maximum. And how do you minimize the between group difference? Okay, so I'm closing now. Stop sharing. So Dr. Lolita, is it clear? Hello, Dr. Lolita.
So actually, I missed the starting of the lecture. So I didn't understand, sir, this lecture. But I think you upload this lecture on YouTube channel.
Yes.
So I will watch that this
Sure,
video
sure.
on that channel,
Sure.
sir.
There will be no problem. Okay.
Sir, I have a question
Please, Rekha.
regarding to save this file. How to save this one? As we have
Oh,
done
acha.
to save. Yes, sir.
Okay, yes. Then, okay, I'm showing you. That is true. Very good question. Okay, so this is the command line. You can write down Q. Q means quit. Then the bracket. So now it is written save workspace image. If you write down yes, then it will save. But if you do not write Y, you can write down N, that means it will not save. Okay? So I am writing Y. So screen, it is shaped. How can I understand it is shaped? Then again, I can go to the Rstudio. Is it visible now?
Sir, this screen share gets stopped.
Watch. That is the problem repeatedly. So it is visible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So now if you, since I have saved everything, so again I can put the upward arrow. Okay, so I will get all the data. Okay. Is it clear? So now I stop sharing.
Should sir, to opening the file, the saved file, we need to write a value.
Which one? No, I have not saved as a any file name. It is already saved.
It is already saved, and how to open that file which we have saved, sir? How to open that?
Just you open Rstudio
Yes,
and then you place the upward arrow.
upward arrow.
Okay.
Okay.
So then you will get all the things one by one. Okay. Or you can write LS. So slowly you will learn many things, but one by one. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Don't jump. Otherwise,
Yes.
you will be confused.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
One by one, slowly you will learn. So now I am requesting Anushri, please you present your PPT.
Yes, sir. First, Rose will share.
Okay, okay. So Rose, please
Yes,
share
sir.
your PPT.
Is it visible, sir?
Yes.
Okay. So we are going to the theory part here, and we are going to see the introduction to levels of measurement and different scaling techniques. So first of all, we have seen that what is the difference between applied psychometrics and psychometrics. As we can see, applied psychometrics is the construction of measurement models in psychological problem solving or decision making, and it is the bridging developments from measurement theory. But in the case of psychometrics, it is a field of study that is concerned with theories and techniques of reliability, validity of psychological test items and the psychological constructs. And it includes psychological measurement, which includes measuring of abilities, knowledge, attitudes, and personality. Now, first we should understand what are the applications of these measurement scales. So psychological measurements are basically used in industries for assessment. Then in school psychology, we'll be having different needs like to see the academic achievement. So the needs differ. So in school psychology, it is also used for school counseling and guidance. In forensic psychology, to assist legal services. So the court proceedings can take only minimum time. Then in defense area for assessing personal integrity. Then in clinical psychology, it is used in diagnosis, treatment, or intervention. Then in environmental psychology, this is used to develop pro-environmental attitude and behavior. So the psychometrics is mostly concerned with individual differences in behavior. Now we are going to see what is measurement, what are the levels of measurement. So before going to that part, first we should have an idea what is measurement. So measurement is process of assigning numerals to events, objects according to the certain rules. So measurement is always concerned with certain attributes or features of the object. And it was Mrs. Stevens in 1951 who constructed a widely adopted classification levels of measurement. And according to him, there are at least 4 different ways of assigning numerals to attributes of objects. And based upon these 4 ways, there are 4 different levels of measurements or scales. And these scales are nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio scales. Is it clear?
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, there is a graphical representation of these scales. We'll see more to it. This is just for understanding. So in the case of nominal, it is mainly named variables. In the case of ordinal, the named and ordered variables. And in interval, there will be named, ordered, then also proportionate interval between variables. In ratio, there will be named, ordered, interval, and as an extra, there will be an absolute 0. So we are going to see what this is. So in the case of nominal, in nominal scale, it is the lowest level of measurement, which means we usually use nominal for objects, persons, or groups. So as an example, when we try some data, we usually code males as 1 and females as 2. So this is arbitrary. We cannot do anything more into that. We cannot designate more or less of anything. So the nominal scale is basically a simplified form of naming. One thing I just want to note here, that is, we study scales of measurement because it is very much important when you're doing a research, because it is very much needed in SPSS. So learning this will give you clarity. So this is about nominal scale. It is based upon classifying on the basis of giving names, like coding males as 1, females as 2. Then as an example, you can see the example here of nominal data, that is Eysenck personality questionnaire. Take it as an example. That means in Eysenck personality, we can see yes or no in response to items. So some of the questions, look at these questions given here. First one is, do you have many different hobbies? Which means we can either respond yes or no. We cannot say like maybe, sometimes. So that is not possible. This is the importance of nominal scale. This is the peculiarity. So you can either say yes or no. And in the second question also, do you stop to think things over before doing anything? Which means you can either respond yes or no. Likewise, these questions are basically, we can respond with yes or no. That is about nominal scale example. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And we are moving on to ordinal scale. So in an ordinal scale, it is second level of measurement, which means there is no any equal intervals or an absolute 0 point. And the numbers are arranged or assigned from highest to lowest or from lowest to highest, which means we tend to rank students like first, second, third, or in a match, we used to rank the tournaments like 1, 2, 3. And that ranking is based on this ordinal scale. So this is mainly order of preference. We cannot see intervals here. So ordinal scale failed to provide information about the relative strength of rankings. In the picture given below, you can see how the scale goes: hot, hotter, hottest. So it is based upon ranking. You should not expect a interval here or an absolute 0 point here. So as an example, you have filled up the value survey questionnaire measure today. So you might have noticed the ranking is from 1 to 14. So this is the importance of ordinal scale. That means you can rank from 1 to 14 only. You cannot add something extra to that. This is based upon ranking system. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. And this is interval scale. And interval is mainly a third level of measurement. They have characteristics of both nominal and ordinal. And the importance, that something you should note here is there should be an equal distance. In interval scales, you can always see some equal distance. That means, take it like, as an example, we can see a thermometer here. When we see the levels, we can see it have equal difference when we subtract. So this is based on the IQ scale also. You can take it as an example. You should not expect any ranks here, but in between you can see intervals. So for your clarity, we can see an example. Here we can see the state trait anxiety scale. So here, when you look at the responses, we are given not at all, somewhat, moderately so, very much so, which means 1, 2, 3, 4 is given. We can see the intervals here. There are no ranks in this questionnaire. So that is a difference between ordinal scale and interval scale. Is this clear?
Yeah.
Okay. And the last one is ratio scale. And this is the highest level of measurement, which means ratio scale has all characteristics of interval scale, but also it possesses a meaningful 0 point. Only ratio scale is having a 0 point. That means you can take height or weight as example. Statistical techniques, most of all statistical techniques are used with ratio scales. And multiplication, division can be used with the scale, but not with other scales. That is a peculiarity of the ratio scale. For clarification, we can see a scale here. So can someone say what you understand from the scale? Anyone? Hello.
It seems that the subject has been rated on extreme scores, as in two extremities, and based on their scoring, it's been plotted here.
Yeah. So when you go to the right side, you can see the scores are negative. Then to the left side, it increases. So in between, there is a 0 point. So the scale is like, it can go to the extreme and it can go to the lowest, but also it can fall to the 0 point. There is an absolute 0 point here. So that is the peculiarity of the ratio scale. And when we look at some of the basic characteristics and some of the statistics applied to these scales, in the case of nominal scales, if your data is nominal, you can classify objects like social security, numbering football players, that comes in nominal. And in the case of descriptive statistics, you can apply percentage, mode. And in inferential statistics, you can use tests like chi-square, binomial tests. So that is about nominal, the characteristics, what all things you can use in descriptives and in inferential. In ordinal, you can give the magnitude differences. Then as an example, quality ranking, ranking of teams in a tournament. Like we discussed before, you can assign ranks. And in the case of descriptive statistics, you can use percentile, median. And in inferential statistics, rank order correlation can be used. Friedman ANOVA can be used. Then in interval scale, differences between objects are find out. There will be intervals in between. That is a basic characteristic. And in the case of this interval scale, you can take temperature as an example. You can use range, mean, and standard in descriptive. In the case of inferential statistics, you can use product moment correlation. Then product moment. Then in the case of ratio, 0 point is fixed and ratios of scale values can be compared. Then as an example, you can take length or weight into ratio scale. And descriptives, in descriptive statistics, you can use geometric mean, harmonic mean. And in inferential, you can use coefficient of variation. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now from here, Anushree will be dealing with these topics.
Okay. Now I am starting with the scaling techniques. First, at that moment, about the different scales of measurement, that is the nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. And scaling techniques are those techniques that uses those scales. Okay. See, here is the difference, and there is the types of the scaling techniques. There is comparative scales and non-comparative scales. And comparative scales can be classified into paired comparison, rank order, constant sum, Q-short, and other procedures. In case of the non-comparative scales, it can be classified into continuous rating scale and itemized rating scale. And again, itemized rating scale can be classified into Likert, semantic differential, and staple. So we need to know what is comparative scale and what is non-comparative scale. Okay, Rose, please. Here is the difference. What is comparative scale and what is non-comparative scale? So comparative scale involves the direct comparison of stimulus objects, and the data are interpreted in relative terms and generally measured in the ordinal scale. Okay, now look at this difference, that comparative scale must be interpreted in relative terms, and in non-comparative scale, each object is scaled independently. Whenever we will start with the scaling techniques, you can easily understand why it is called that the comparative scale interpreted in relative terms and non-comparative, the object is scaled independently. So the next point is, it involves direct comparison of stimulus object. And in case of the non-comparatives, it does not compare the object or stimulus being rated either to another object or stimulus or to some specified standard. Third one is, it is called non-metric scaling. Why it is called? Because the comparative scale uses the ordinal data, the ranking. So the ranking, we cannot assign the numerals. So this is the non-metric scaling. In case of the non-comparative, it is called metric scaling because we can assign the numerals. The fourth one is, it has only ordinal and rank order properties, which I have told to you. And in case of the non-comparative scale, it has the properties of interval and ratio scale. Okay. So we'll start with the paired comparison scaling. So as you know that the non-comparative scaling is about the comparing objects one with another. So in case of the please scroll down, Rose. Paired comparison, the respondent is presented with two objects and asked to select one according to some criterion. The data obtained are ordinal in nature, and respondent may state that he or she prefers mountains over beaches or desert over ocean, mostly preferred in, scroll down, organizational settings. So you have done this paired comparison scale in your practicals, isn't it? In the masters, in UG. Hello?
Yes, yes.
Okay. The next is the advantage and the disadvantages of paired comparison. Paired comparison helps to work out the importance of a number of options relative to one another. It makes the thing easy to choose or pick the solution that will be most effective. The disadvantage is that in pair comparison, some biasing effects in the form of space error, time error, fatigue effect, practice effect may occur. It doesn't allow the taste for statistical inference. As the paired comparison, Rose, please show the previous one. Yes. It doesn't allow the taste for statistical inference because as we use the rank, it's not possible to infer the statistical analysis. So we can't do the statistical inferences with this pair comparison scale. Okay, the next one. The next one is rank order, expert ranking. Respondents are presented with several objects simultaneously and asked to order or rank them according to some criterion. This method is usually followed to establish face validity, the expert ranking. The problem of transitivity is also not there in case of adapting rank order. For example, the use of the Glasgow coma scale for recording depth of coma. You have tried this value questionnaire today, and from tomorrow you have tried this value questionnaire. This is the exact example of this rank order. Okay. Clear?
Clear.
Okay. Here is the advantage. It is easier and faster than the method of pair comparison. And the disadvantage is that rank order scaling addresses items in relation to each other rather than individually. Respondents cannot give the same rank to two items, even if these are equally important to them. I think you all face this problem when filling up the value questionnaire. You can't put same rank to values, because only you can put only one value to each of these values. So this is the disadvantage, that the respondents cannot give the same rank to two items, even this is equally important to that person. Okay, next one. This is constant sum. In constant sum scaling, respondents allocate a constant sum of units, such as points, among a set of stimulus objects with respect to some criterion. The respondents give certain points to each stimulus object out of a fixed sum of points. This fixed sum is usually taken as 100, but it could be some other value also. In the right, there is the example of it. Look at this. There is the attributes. Below are the 5 attributes that you might consider while buying a four-wheeler. So what are the attributes? Mileage, sitting capacity, luggage space, proximity of dealer, servicing network, and the total point is 100. And you have to put just the numbers that will be summed up to 100 at last. So more the points, more important the attribute to you. And you can allocate 0 point if the attribute is not at all important to you. Clear? Is it clear to you?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So here is the advantage. It allows proper discrimination among the stimulus objects without consuming too much time. And the disadvantage is the respondent might allocate more or fewer units than those specified. So it is not useful with large number of objects. Okay. Next is the Q-shot technique. Q-shot scaling was developed to discriminate among a relatively large number of objects quickly. This technique uses a rank order procedure in which objects are sorted into piles based on similarity with respect to some criterion. Actually, here you can see this is the ratio scale where the 0 point is in the middle point. Can you give an example of another ratio scale that is very much used by the psychologists? Anyone? A curve that is very much used by the psychologists and that is ratio scale. Can anyone give that example? That is the midpoint is 0 and it is in the right section that is +1, +2, +3, and in the left section that is -1, -2, -3 and all. Anyone can give that example? Okay, this is the normal probability curve. Try to remember. The mean position, this is the midpoint is 0. And in the left section, that is -1 SD, -2 SD, -3 SD. And in the right portion, that is +1 SD, +2 SD, +3 SD. Isn't it? Hello?
Would you repeat the question, please? Would you repeat the question?
I have asked that, can you give an example of the ratio scale that we are used in the curve that we used very much, that possesses the ratio scale? Very popular curve. The midpoint is 0 and the from left side that is -1, -2, -3, and the right side there is +1, +2, +3. This is the normal probability curve. Can you remember the normal probability curve?
Z square is Z square. Z.
Thermometer, all like that.
Can you remember the normal probability curve?
I think it's Z square.
Normal probability distribution? I don't know what happened to you. The normal probability distribution is very familiar to us. And here is it uses the ratio scale. Okay. Now I will come to the non-comparative scaling. But sir, it is already 9:12. So may I continue? Sir? Sir, are you here?
Anushree,
Yes, sir. May I continue?
yeah, normal probability curve, basically the statistical distribution. Huh? It is not
Yes,
the
sir.
psychological scale.
No, it's a statistical distribution. I
It is
have
a
told you that.
statistical. Yeah, it is a statistical distribution. This is
Yes.
not the psychological scale.
No.
Psychological
I thought that that is very much used by
for
the
that reason,
psychologists.
maybe there is some confusion.
This is a statistical distribution we used in
Yeah.
the statistical analysis for checking whether the distribution is normal or not normal. Sir, may I continue with the non-comparative scaling because it is already 9:13.
Yeah, I think it is better not to continue. So you can share it in the Google Classroom.
Yes, I
First of
will
all.
share. Yes, I will.
I think that is better. You can share in the Google Classroom, and then there will be some question. So the students will answer the question. I think that is better.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So can anybody tell me whether the correlation is nominal scale, ordinal scale, interval scale, or ratio scale? Who can tell me? Quick. Correlation coefficient, is it which scale? It is? Yes, Anindita?
We can apply it for ordinal scale as well as interval and ratio scale, sir. It depends
Which
on
one?
the kind of method we use.
No, correlation coefficient is a ratio scale. Okay.
Oh.
Because from 0 and 1, no, plus minus 1.
Okay.
So
Okay.
close.
Coefficient. Okay, sir.
Yeah, correlation coefficient is ratio scale. Okay. So we cannot do the mean in case of the median. Sorry, in case of the ordinal scale. Why we cannot use the mean? Why we use the median? Rank indicates the position. Okay, and median also indicates the position. Okay. Now, in case of the rating scale, one can assign 0 also. So at that time, how do you scale? How do you assign the number? Then 0 will be considered as 1. Okay. So these are some of the techniques we will discuss later on, many things. So I think today we have covered 3 important areas. Number 1 is the R script, and you have learned something about the R script, particularly how to enter the data directly with the Rstudio environment. The vector data frame, and also the correlation statistics. That is Spearman rank order correlation you have learned. The second one, you have learned the measurement scales and finally some scaling techniques. So you have learned many things. Now I am requesting Mona Lisa, please start the pair. Mona Lisa, are you here? Okay, so I am requesting all of you, please close your hands for the prayer. Okay, Mona Lisa, okay, Mona Lisa, please stop. I am paying. Huh? Oh, Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purna, Purnamudachyate, Purnasya, Purnamadaya, Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So as usual, I am requesting all of you, please open your video so that we can see each other. Rekharani Madam, Sudhir Wadiar, Onusri, please. For two Onusri, Dr. Lolita, Mona Lisa. Two Onusri Basu. Okay, Roman, Renubala. You're not comfortable. Okay. Okay, thank you, everybody. So our next class will be on Friday. Okay, thank you.
Will be on Monday.
Oh, today is Friday. Oh,
Yes, sir.
okay, okay. Okay, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rosmal. Very nicely you have presented.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Ichaya